The high school sports meet is brought to you by Alfred State College, where within 6 months of graduating, an astonishing 99% are working or furthering their studies. At Alfred State, they stress project-based learning, where students work on real-world problems and learn how to think, not what to think. Visit alfredstate.edu.
Sports. It's who we are. It's what we do. It's how we roll. It's wins and losses, highs and lows. It's effort, respect, and dedication. The high school sports beat. Sports. It's who we are.
Hello everyone and welcome to the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. We begin our look at Section 5 sports with our opening story, brought to you by Sticky Lips Barbecue and Juke Joint. Sticky Lips Barbecue Juke Joint, New York State's largest barbecue restaurant right here in Rochester. See our menu and live music calendar at StickyLipsBBQ.com. Sticky Lips BBQ, Jefferson Road in Henrietta. The traditional end of the Section 5 basketball season is the Ronald McDonald Greater Rochester All-Star Game. It's a game with the area's best seniors playing one last time, all to benefit the Ronald McDonald House of Rochester. Here's Paul Gotham with A Worthy Cause.
Fans packed the Rush Henrietta High School Gymnasium for the 34th annual Ronald McDonald All-Star Game, bringing together the Section 5 basketball community for one last time this season.
Oh, it's an honor, coming up in high school. I always wanted to do this because I looked up to a lot of great players that played in it, so I'm really honored to be a part of this.
It's a huge honor. It's definitely nerve-wracking to, be called as one of the Ronald McDonald All-Star players, but, it's a great honor. It's a great organization, so it's really awesome to play an event like this.
It's very exciting. Gay Charlotte, I remember it hasn't been playing for this in a couple years now, so to be a part of this, to be selected to be a Ronald McDonald player is very exciting. I get to put my family and my name on the map now, and it is a great feeling.
Proceeds from the game benefit the Ronald McDonald House, which supports families while their child receives medical care.
It really warms my heart, seeing how special it is to be a part of this and how it helps the children. And I really feel honored to be a part of this.
What's it like to know that your efforts today are contributing to the Ronald McDonald House?
It's awesome. Seeing all the kids, seeing what they go through is playing for them is just, sending them blessings. Most definitely everything, to be honest with you. And just to know that I make a huge impact on them and their day, and just going up there and seeing people and just energizing them, and them seeing new faces and going there, and people that have an impact on society and the community is just a cool experience to just go in there.
It makes it all worth it. It's perfect. It was really nice being able to tour the house and see close up what really happens, and it's really nice to be able to help out with that.
The event is coordinated and organized through the volunteer efforts of local officials. What's it like to know that the community means that much to them and that they're making this happen?
It's crazy because, even though we have our problems during the season, but just seeing them helping and contribute to the community is just great, honestly. So we can't do without the refs. Without the refs, we go out there and we have a fist fight every game because nobody wants to call fouls. But yeah, being my dad's a ref, and he has a bunch of friends that are referees, and just they do a great job on the court. Even though I disagree with a few calls, they do a great job.
What's it like to know, and how does that change how you feel about referees?
Yeah, I don't have problems with referees. I always get along with them before a game. So, it is a good thing that they're helping out too. A good thing. So,
I think it's just incredible. All these people coming together to support something. That's just so great. And the referees, they take a lot of stuff through the years, but I'm glad they're still here.
I get with the kids, and they get very involved. They come to the house, they see the house and all what the house, Ronald McDonald House, does for families. And then we get them active in selling tickets, buying advertisements, helping to support us. We have a lot of great sponsors. And of course, as you can see, I've got probably 80 or 90 volunteer officials. They're all officials, all referees. They come here and help us out and make the games run. So 100% volunteer effort.
And the amount donated over the years?
we've estimated over 350,000. It could be over 400 easy.
Wow,
$1,000 in the years. Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun. It's all about the house for us and the kids.
Being selected to participate in the event marks the career efforts for student athletes. What's it like to be able to put on that uniform for one last time and to put it on at this game in front of this crowd?
It feels really good because I'm playing for Coach Thompson, who's coached me since I was in 3rd grade. So it feels really good. And this was a goal since I was like 9th grade, to be honest with you. And I'm like, wow.
Feel good because a lot of people doubted me because I was from the city and said I want to come here and where people from. So I feel good that I'm here playing basketball. Good fellas. Yeah, feel good.
I think it's a really amazing thing the way that they run things here, and it's for such a good cause. I know we all did a tour at the Ronald McDonald house, and I just think it affects so many families in a positive way, and it's a great thing to support.
Being part of something larger than oneself, that's the purpose.
Oh, it is great. From the banquet we had Wednesday, hearing how people really struggle and have to really go through these situations in life really makes you realize how good your life is. Even if you think your life is bad, it really makes you reassure yourself that you have a good life. And that it's very exciting that I was able to sell all the tickets for the charity and play out here for charity.
I like helping. I want to be a nurse myself, and I want to help sick people. So it was an honor to play for the sick kids and help them out and give donations for them. So
we're playing for more than just ourselves. We're not just playing a basketball game. We're playing a game to support such a great thing and such a great cause. And to know that we might affect some people's lives, it feels good.
From Rush Henrietta High School, this is Paul Gotham with the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College.
We'll have more from Rush Henrietta later, but coming up next, Paul rejoins us for the Duncan High School Notebook. Well, that and more when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, returns.
Get 2 for 2 egg and cheese wraps, 2 for 4 bagels with cream cheese spread, and 2 for 5 bacon, egg, and cheese croissants with Dunkin' Go-Tos. America runs on Dunkin'.
Hello and welcome back once again to the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. It is time now for the High School Sports Notebook, brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. America runs on Dunkin', and as always, we're joined by Paul Gotham from pickinsplinters.com. Paul, changing seasons. Great time to check out what's going on the website.
Yeah, we'll have it's crazy to think we'll be doing full coverage of baseball games as the weather starts to turn here a little bit, and hopefully we'll be wearing short sleeves soon as we're doing this. But no, you get all the baseball coverage on Pick and Splinters.
Well, Paul, before we get talking baseball, let's talk about some congratulations in order for Pittsburgh men and girls basketball.
That winning the Federation, it really needs context to understand how impressive a victory that was for Todd Julian and his group. We've had some great basketball come through Section 5. Shanice Johnson, who was 5th overall pick in the WNBA draft, she won 3 state titles with Rush Henrietta, but never won a Federation title. Tyler Ralph, who had a great career with St. Bonaventure, he won a state title with McQuaid. He never won a Federation title. The great John Wallace, Greece Athena, 26-0 until they got to the Federation. So Pittsburgh men and girls winning this Federation title is that's kind of the road less traveled, if you want to say. It's a great accomplishment by that group.
And a great year for the Vikings. Now let's talk a little bit about state championships from last spring and some of the teams that are going back this year, or at least they hope to be.
Yeah, hope to be. Well, I was joking with Dale Worth when I went to Canandaigua's practice, Canandaigua baseball practice. Baseball practice. How does that bullseye feel? Because Canandaigua won the A1 title and then advanced to the state semifinals, and they return a significant amount from that crew. Cooper Krunick, we talked about the Division I commitments. You have Cooper Krunick coming back into that lineup, along with Mike Scully, who did a great job picking up a lot of wins in the postseason, and Seth Figneri. They have a lot of guys back in that lineup. I expect Canandaigua to be right back in the hunt, certainly for the sectional title and beyond. Avon, Rob Freese's group, they won the Class C title finally last year. I expect them, even though they graduated Max Countryman, I expect them to be right back in the thick of it. And the Victor Blue Devils, Sean Rucker's group, he has Santino Rosso, who is going to be playing at Hofstra after this year, but he also returns Drew Delaney, and Ryan Lucas to that group. So those three teams that won sectional titles and then advanced past the regionals, they return strong groups. I could see them having a good showing. It's interesting because you start off the year, both Canandaigua and Fairport open against each other, and it'll be our first chance to get Division I recruits playing against each other. You got Tyler Holmes will be going to Hartford playing for Fairport. You got a couple of Alfred State kids on that team. So that'll be a good opener for both those teams.
It's always fun because you get the season starting, but at the same time, the season doesn't really start between cancellations and everything else till much later.
And spring break happens in the middle of April this year, as opposed to last year where it happened in March. So that's where a lot of teams kind of get their momentum and get going from there.
All right, great, Paul. Thanks for joining us. As always, we are back with more of the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, right after this. Coming up next, the Making the Grade nominee with Kyle O'Gara, and later a closer look at the girls' All-Star Game when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, continues.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. Hit the ground running at alfredstate.edu. I'm Kyle O'Gara.
Making the grade this week is Eastridge senior Garrett Silva. Garrett has played tennis for 4 years at Eastridge, earning him 2 first-team All-County picks. In addition to tennis, Garrett was also on the soccer team for 2 years, which earned him a second-team All-County selection. In the classroom, Garrett holds an impressive 99 average and is the vice president of the National Honor Society at Eastridge. Garrett is a part of the jazz band, Link Crew, and is an award-winning pianist and is fluent in both English and Spanish. Outside of school, Garrett has spent time volunteering at the Open Door Mission, serving dinner to veterans, and studying abroad in France. In the fall, Garrett will attend the Rochester Institute of Technology to continue his education. This week, Garrett Silva is making the grade.
If you have a student in mind for our Making the Grade segment, we want your nominations. Send them into info@classywolf.com. And now here's Dave with the McArdle Section 5 Spotlight.
Thanks, Kyle. Here are some of the athletes, teams, and coaches making news in this week's Section 5 Spotlight, brought to you by McArdle's in Fairport. Come home to McArdle's. The Pittsford men and girls finished an incredible season with a Class A Federation title, beating Staten Island in overtime, and became the first Section 5 Federation winner for girls since 1999 and the first to do so at Class A. Greece Athena alum John Ricotta is enjoying his senior year at Ball State after the first baseman posted back-to-back 4-hit games versus Western Michigan. Ricotta is hitting .333 with 3 homers for the 15-9 Cardinals. And finally, congrats to Yanni Diakomahalis for his second straight NCAA championship, picking up the win with a sudden victory takedown. Yanni finished the year a perfect 29-0 and has just 1 loss in his career at Cornell. Well, coming up next, the girls All-Stars take the court. We'll have that story when the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College, continues.
Came now to Eichel. He floated one.
Welcome back, and thanks once again for joining us on the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College. I'm Dave Yates. This segment is brought to you by the Injury Free Coalition and our friends at Leo's Bakery and Deli. Please remember to always wear your seatbelt in the front and back seats, and to focus only on driving when behind the wheel of a car. This message courtesy of the Injury Free Coalition for Kids Smart Teen Driving Program and our friends at Leo's Bakery and Deli. The Ronald McDonald House game is the last chance for some of Section 5's best to play in their high school uniform. It's an exhibition on the surface, but the girls took the court last weekend with only thoughts of winning. Here's Paul Gotham.
The girls' Ronald McDonald All-Star game brought to a close the 2018-19 basketball season. Pittsford Mendon's Elena Fersman and Ellie Mooney were selected to play in the game, as well as Todd Julian was set to coach. The Vikings advancing to the New York State Federation Tournament of Champions prevented them from appearing. Their places were still kept. The section's best players were on display. Bishop Kearney's Latoya Baker had a big day. The Lemoyne College commit scored a team-high 19 points. Edison Tech's Diasia Fair poured in a game-high 27 points for the gold team. Fair, who will continue her career at the University of Buffalo, connected 6 times from three-point land. Fair's play brought a gasp from the crowd on more than one occasion. Being called an all-star game didn't stop top players from exchanging playful verbal jabs.
Oh, it definitely matters.
It definitely
matters.
matters.
We were talking trash since practice.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
We beat them in practice by 1, and we're like, we're going to come back and beat you on Saturday. And
there was a little bit of trash talking. Yeah. At the banquet, there was some trash talking.
At the banquet?
Yeah, in our speeches.
Really?
Yeah.
Can you give me an example or something?
The red team said that they hope that we like Big Macs because we were going to get served.
Trash talking for an exhibition game?
Yeah, we had to tell them that they was gonna eat Big Macs though for dinner. We was gonna serve them Big Macs for dinner.
Explain this whole Big Mac thing that was said, because I don't necessarily understand it yet.
Well, at practice, we were like losing, and then we scored the game winner. And then at the banquet, they said that they would beat us, and then we said, I hope you like Big Macs because they're about to get served.
We're all competitive, so we all wanted to win. But I mean, they beat us by 1 at practice, so we thought this was our time, but it's okay.
Taylor Lockwood scored 12 points. Our Lady of Mercy's Maggie McDonough scored 6. South Seneca's Jenna McDonald added 6 points as well. Marion's Abigail DeFisher added 5 points. Mid-Lake's Elena Forbes scored 11 for gold. Callie McCulley had 9 points. Peyton Dafler chipped in with 6. After establishing an early lead, the gold team fell behind and had to play catch-up in the second half.
Again, it's an exhibition game, but what made the difference out there to get that win?
The defense, and just driving the basket when we really need those quick 2 points.
This is your last high school game. What's it like to you're not going to have the uniform, wear the uniform again, but to know that you did it in this game?
It's really sad. I'm like really upset that it's over, but like it's a great way to end it with all these great players and great people. And it was a fun time, and it was a good game, so it was a great way to end it.
Because we talked a lot of junk, so we had to win. We couldn't talk junk and lose, so it was important for us to win.
What made the difference? Why did you guys win today?
I think we outran them today, because when we were in practice, it was a different story. They outran us, but we still won in practice, though, by 1. But I feel like we outran them for this game today.
Wellsville's Quincy Buckley and Attica's Taylor Gadd received the Sportsmanship Award for their respective teams. Whitesville's Phelan Lewis Ellison and Batavia Notre Dame's Callie McCulley earned the Coaches Awards. Bishop Kearney's Baker earned MVP honors for the Red Team. Edison Tech's Fair earned MVP honors for the Gold Team. Her 27 points were 2 shy of the game record set by Our Lady of Mercy's Gina Mentasano in 1995. From Rush Henrietta High School, this is Paul Gotham with the High School Sports Beat, brought to you by Alfred State College.
We'd like to thank our sponsors, especially Alfred State College, for making the Sports Beat possible. We'd also like to thank the athletes, teams, and coaches in Section 5. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.